The lingering fuel crisis in Nigeria may not go away anytime soon. Now, this is as the Nigeria National Petroleum Company Limited, NNPCL, has admitted to owing petrol suppliers to the tune of about $6 billion. Reports say Nigerians have not had it so good this year, as fuel queues have dotted filling stations across the country, with prices ranging between 900 naira and 1,200 naira, and this has impacted negatively on the economic and social well-being of the citizens. Well, joining us now to speak on the lingering fuel crisis across the country is the National Publicity Secretary of the Independent Petroleum Marketers Association of Nigeria, IPMAN, Mr. Ukadike Chinedu. Great to have you on Newsday. Welcome.
Yeah, thank you very much, and good afternoon, Nigerians.
All right, sir, let's get straight into it. So with this revelation, of course, we heard the report initially from Reuters about the $6 billion debt on NNPC's part, which NNPC initially denied. Now they've accepted it. So does this mean that there were never any logistical challenges? Because in the past, the excuses given for petrol scarcity were there were some thunderstorms, I believe. Then there were some stories about vessels being stuck. Does that negate all of those stories?
It is management, they are trying one way or the other to be able to, palliate the circumstances and hiccups they have in trying to ensure that there is adequate supply of petroleum products. And it's a management strategy. NNPC is just trying to manage information around them so that it will not trigger unnecessary galloping inflation and chaos and crisis in the society. So, but now that they have come out straight to be able to tell Nigerians this is the problem they are facing and this is what is on the coffin. So it is also the federal government to wade into this matter and see how possible best to be able to address these challenges, because you cannot take it away that Nigeria is dependent on imported petroleum products. And once the importer says, please, you have to pay us, because if you don't pay them, they can no longer supply. The amount is huge. And now that Dangote is also coming and has announced that it's going to start production of its own premium motor spirit by September. So if they don't agitate, this has not happened before. It has happened several times in during Jonathan regime, it happened when the importer said, pay us, when Jonathan was about leaving office. And you saw a scarcity here and there. It took the intervention of the FEC to be able to see how they are able to pay up, and they resume supply. So these importers or suppliers want their money guaranteed before some a kind of competition sets in. And once the competition sets in, it also means that maybe Nigeria might not be importing from those importers. So it is here inherent for them to say, please pay us our money, we can no longer supply. And that is why we don't have adequate supply of petroleum products, if going actually by what the NNPC have just released. The issue of logistics problem, those ones are there. But I think they're also manageable, and they were able to manage the situation at that particular point in time and continue to supply this petroleum product. But I also believe that the pricing is unrealistic, and that is what they are battling.
All right, then. But one thing that continues to make the headlines or make the news is about this recurring fuel scarcity in Nigeria has often been attributed to the country's inadequate refining capacity. Just less than a year ago, former President Olusegun Obasanjo did say that the 4 oil refineries in Nigeria will never work, talking about the ones located in Warri, Port Harcourt, and Kaduna. And we've continued to see the constant pushback or constant postponement of these refineries. I wonder what specific steps IPMAN was taking to address this issue, and how they can ensure, the government can ensure that the refineries operate at full capacity to reduce dependency on imports. Or do you believe that it should be given to private citizens, like someone like Dangote, to just be the ones, to be the one responsible for these refineries?
Well, I know there was a broadcast or news brief that the president of IPMAN, Alhaji Abubakar Mengandi, opined that President Bola Ahmed Tinubu should declare a state of emergency in our refineries and give the refineries MDs and those in charge of that refinery 30 days ultimatum to ensure that production should start. That is the only panacea to this lingering or epileptic fuel scarcity in Nigeria. If our refinery is working at the optimal level, the 4 refineries are working at the optimal level, days of these refineries has been shifted. I don't know whether it's political, I don't know whether it's logistics, or what I know is technical. But I have visited the refinery myself. A lot of job has been done. They have done a very wonderful job. The refinery is almost like a brand new refinery. And I was wondering what is holding, and I heard the federal government has also supplied 10,000 million barrels of, or 1 million barrels of crude oil to Port Harcourt refinery to be able to test on the lines. And if actually these things are all going on and the refineries are about to kickstart, I also believe that the president should drastically, since the minister have gone to that place, and the committee chairman on the downstream has also, the late committee chairman on downstream has also gone to that place and also gave us October. The president should make a move to that refinery and see what is holding the refinery. The Warri refinery, I heard is okay complete, that NNPC have handed it over to, the contractors are handing it over to NNPC. What is holding it? The country is suffering. We, the businessmen, we, the independent marketers, are suffering. We cannot put huge investment in the filling stations, and at the end of the day, we can't see product to sell. Our business, primary business, is to sell fuel to commuters, sell fuel to individuals, a kind of provide services. Now we cannot legally provide, we can't even pay salaries. The huge amount of money used in buying petroleum products is so huge that sometimes most of us are suffering from high blood pressure, because we cannot be able to make up money to buy products we buy at 8.30 million naira. Now we are buying close to 40 to 50 million naira.
Okay, sir.
So what you are now asking, what you are now saying?
Right. So in all of this, it sounds like this is a precursor to an increase in the price of PMS. Is the price going to go up? Because it sounds like that's what we're preparing the nation for. And is it going to hit the 1,400 naira mark that speculators have said the price will be increased to, as most people are already buying at 1,000 naira at the moment?
Well, it has to do with government policy. Government knows how it is managing this policy, because any increase in petroleum product would definitely skyrocket. I repeat, would definitely skyrocket goods and services in this country, and would definitely bring in galloping inflation. This is a country that produces crude oil. I will export crude oil. Nothing stops us from also exporting finished product in this country. I can remember when the AGO was being exported out of Nigeria, and we're making money out of it. Look at the dollar rate. Dollar is almost 1,500, because many naira is pursuing few dollar just to import petroleum product. All our economy, all our bargains, all our endeavor, all our technical know-how is to import petroleum product. We'll continue to import petroleum product, and our naira will continue to dwindle. That is a very, very serious economic slide. I'm an independent marketer. I'm not an economist to be able to analyze the economy. But so as somebody who is rooted in this business, the business is no longer lucrative as it used to be before. Now, for us to get petroleum product, we find it very, very difficult. We, the independent marketers now, we are not dependent. Our name has been removed from independent. We are not dependent. It is only when NNPC gives us petroleum product that we will sell. Or it's only when that people give us petroleum product that we sell. I want the federal government to look at all the chains of distribution. There is a very serious problem. If this chains of distribution can be readdressed, petrol will be everywhere. The refinery will be working. Even with independent marketers, we will still below the pump price. What is competition? Why are we estimating that fuel will go up to 1,000? Make it available first. Availability begets price. Availability can bring down price. What we are doing here is competition. That's the essence of deregulation. That's the essence of removing of subsidy. Make the product available so that there will be a competitive environment. When you go to the Moman filling station or the Dapman filling station, you see trucks parked in their filling station. They have no discharge. We, the independent marketers, we will go to third hand, to fourth hand, to be able to buy one compartment and sell in our filling station and put small margin.
Yeah. Well, definitely.
So the issue of pricing does not arise now. What arises now? Yeah.
You can
what
just
arises
land on your
now
point, yes. What arises
is availability.
Now? What arises now is
availability.
The availability, and I think that's a good place to end it. I was still just had this conversation with Ukadike Chinedu, who is the National Publicity Secretary of the Independent Petroleum Marketers Association of Nigeria. We appreciate your time on Newsday.